How much have you lost so far?
I've lost 18. Oh, those
18
last
pounds! So what was your program for her? Other than cleaning out the pantry,
Of course.
That's a big part of it.
Of course. I taught her to count calories, and then I taught her about quality food, really simple. If it had a mother and it came from the ground, eat it, go organic whenever possible. Let's clear out plastics and toxins from the home wherever we can. And then I set up a workout program for her and gave her exercise DVDs. She had the treadmill that I created the workouts on.
You literally gave her all these tools.
Yes.
All right, so we asked Marilyn to keep a video diary of her progress going through the kind of crash course that Jillian designed for her. Let's watch.
Uh-oh.
It's been about a week and a half since I began this program. I've lost 11 pounds. It's been 2 weeks, and I am in gear. I am doing it. I've lost 13 pounds.
I think we should see what she looks like now. Come on out, Marilyn. But come on.
Yeah.
How much have you lost so far?
I've lost 18. Oh, those
18
last
pounds!
I saw those fat people. There is no way they could lose that much. And together, 450 pounds, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was actually season 1. On season 2, they lost even more. And Pete, who you recently had on your show, lost 185 pounds in 7 months.
Well, what are some of the tips? What do you do to them to get them in that kind of shape?
Well, in my opinion, my success with helping people lose weight is based on 3 things.
Okay.
Self. I help them understand the emotional reasons behind their weight so we can get to the bottom of it and teach them to commit their mental resources towards change.
All right.
Number 2, the science behind diet and proper nutrition.
All right.
And then number 3 is sweat. You know, you have to work out in order to be healthy and lose weight.
You use terms fast oxidizer, slow oxidizer, balanced. What are you talking about? That's body types you're talking about?
What I'm talking about when I speak about an oxidizer is how people oxidize their food. In other words, how quickly you metabolize your food and turn it into fuel.
Okay.
And that's why you've got all these different diets out there like South Beach or Atkins or Pritikin, and all they really are is a different macronutrient ratio, meaning some diets are no fat, higher carbs, lean protein. Then some are equal fat, equal protein, equal carbs.
Right.
Then some diets like Atkins are 0 carbs, fat, and proteins, and people don't know if they're coming or going.
Okay.
And the truth of the matter is that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to nutrition. Therefore, I help people identify which one of those macronutrient ratios is right for them.
If somebody's a fast oxidizer, what should they eat?
Well, at the end of the day, the one universal truth when it comes to diet, in my opinion, is it's math. It's calories in, calories out.
Right.
That said, you know, the oxidizing is helping you identify the best foods for you so you'll have the most energy possible. A fast oxidizer would do better with less carbohydrates because they would take carbs that already break down more quickly in your body. And it would give them quick energy, and then they would have a sugar crash.
Right.
So for them, they're going to do better on foods that are a little bit heavier, like a steak, natural fats, salmon, nuts, eggs, things like that, and carbs that are more complex.
Well, what about the balanced oxidizer? What do they do?
They're pretty lucky. They can take leaner proteins and heavier proteins. They can choose a wider variety of carbohydrates, vegetables, fruits, grains, and they would have a more balanced meal. So, for example, equal portions of carbs, fat, and protein in their meal.
People have thought that, cardio was the way to go, and you're saying straight cardio may not be the answer anymore. What is it?
Well, the way I do resistance training, it's very, very cardiovascular. So, in my opinion, cardio is great. It burns some calories. It gets your heart rate up. Fantastic. But that said, the most effective way is to do your resistance training in a cardiovascular fashion.
Yes.
So you'll do things like squats and lunges and presses and bicep curls, but no stopping. Keep yourself moving at the gym. Keep your heart rate up.
That gets the muscles as well as gets your heart pumping.
Exactly. It tones and conditions your cardiovascular system. It helps you burn more calories as well.
Okay. How often do people do all this, in your opinion?
I like for people to do their resistance training 4 times a week. And then I say, throw some extra cardio in for gravy. Because I think if you train each muscle group more than twice a week, you can begin to break it down.
Sure.
You need adequate time for your muscles to rebuild and recover.
And I love sweets, and I was wondering what I can eat that that has less calories and that tastes the same?
Oh, God.
That's a good question. I love that
sweets,
question.
too. There's a couple different ways.
You look it.
But there's a couple different ways you can play this.
Okay.
Because every day I have at least 200 or 300 calories of something that I love. But I will pick a healthier thing. So I'll have organic dark chocolate instead of a crappy candy bar, because the quality of your calories make a big difference with regard to your metabolism. So the first thing you can do is there's a 20-80 rule. Let's say you're eating 1,600 calories a day, 1,800 calories a day. Make 20% of that anything you want. So if it's sweets, a lot for that. My advice to you is try to make it better quality. Make it organic ice cream instead of some chemical, fat-free, blah, blah, blah. Again, because the quality of your food matters. And then you can also practice something called volumetrics, where you pick something that's lower in calories, but still tastes great. This would never work for me, but you could go with like a fruit salad or a healthy protein shake. I would rather be dead, but some people get their sweet tooth that way. I would just say pick the thing you love and make it 20% of your daily calorie allowance, and you'll be more than fine.
Look, actually, you call it the 3 R's of weight loss: remove, restore, rebalance.
Exactly.
The first step, remove. So what are we talking about? And you actually call some foods frankenfoods that we have to remove from our diet.
Yes, processed foods, preservatives, unnatural ingredients can damage your hormone balance and make you store fat. Your body doesn't know how to interpret foods that are not natural. Really simple rule. Go with something that had a mother and came from the ground.
Right.
Use common sense. I want people to eat real, natural food.
So it's kind of incorporating everything you see here, all the healthy fats and proteins and things that you need. Okay, what about removing? You say after you remove that, you need to restore our body, and you say that a lot of this has to do with some of the superfoods.
I call them power nutrients, and it's things that you would never think about. So, for example, we've got vitamin C up here, a lot of high vitamin C foods. Vitamin C is critical for inhibiting cortisol production. Now, you may have heard of cortisol as the hormone that is related to stress, and it, of course, stores fat. So we want,
especially around
no cortisol.
We call it the tire area.
Right, no cortisol. So vitamin C is great for that.
Okay, next you say zinc, and that affects your metabolism, your hormones. How does it do it, and what should we be adding to our diets to give us more zinc?
Okay, so zinc helps your body produce a hormone called leptin. And leptin is responsible for making you feel full, not as hungry, it makes you feel satiated. And you can get that in oysters, Brazil nuts, yogurt has a lot of zinc, whole grains have a lot of zinc. Zinc is wonderful for you.
Okay, next is selenium, and you say this really benefits the thyroid.
Yes,
what
thyroid.
Food groups have selenium?
Well, thyroid has become a big buzz term these days. Oprah is hypothyroid. You need selenium because it helps you convert inactive thyroid hormone into active thyroid hormone and burn fat. So selenium is also going to be in lean proteins, tilapia, turkey. Again, Brazil nuts have selenium, and whole grains. You want to make sure and get a really well-balanced diet.
And speaking of balancing, the last part really quickly, rebalancing, and a lot of it is, I guess, again, watching what you eat and when you eat, and making sure you get a good night's sleep too, right?
Sleep is critical because sleep inhibits cortisol production, the fat-storing hormone.
Right.
And when you don't sleep, you release something called ghrelin, which actually increases appetite.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Right.
And when you get your sleep, you release something called human growth hormone, which is the anti-aging fat-burning hormone. So sleep is imperative.
No kidding. If we could all just get more of it. Okay. Jillian Michael, great to have you.